Welcome back. I have a couple of disclaimers right now. So the first one is, when I originally decided to do the channel, I was going to have a posting schedule of Sundays. I did a confession video and I talked about my difficulties with technology. So by the way, both of these disclaimers are intertwined. So when I did the first confession video, I talked about, how I'm learning technology and learning how to do these things. So I've run into, a couple things with Sunday postings. And so that's why you've kind of seen a little bit of a sporadic or a not consistent posting dates. When I couldn't post on Sunday, then I would kind of post in the middle of the week to try and make up for the fact that I didn't post on that Sunday, that kind of a thing. A couple of weeks went by before I did the post that I did recently. If I let myself out of doing the post regularly because of my technology flaws, then that will kind of keep me away from actually doing the post. And I really feel like I have information that you want to hear, that somebody would find useful and helpful. So all of that being said, I also want to say that none of the information in the videos is intended for any type of medical advice. This is not like a therapy session, at all that I'm doing. So the postings really are just for informational, educational purposes. If you are experiencing any type of medical emergency or mental health crisis, please reach out to your local crisis center, your local law enforcement. Okay. The last video that I did post last week talked about trauma. I want to add to that because I spoke a little bit about how we tend to suppress information. We tend to suppress what's happened in our lives. Our brains are very, very, very powerful. And when we experience things that are very overwhelming, our brains will block those things out. So I don't want to downplay or undermine the beauty and the significance of how our brains work. It is a defense mechanism that when we have things happen, our brains will block out the details of those events, and that is, again, to protect us. As we go through life after those events happen, sometimes we'll get bits and pieces. We might start having, you hear people talk about triggers. A trigger is basically something's happened in your past and your body is recalling, even if your memory doesn't 100% recall that event, your body is recalling it, whether it's a scent, a fragrance, whether it's a sound, something that you hear, whether it's something that you see that kind of gives you an image, that kind of gives you a hint or an idea that something happened. It's something like an uncomfortable feeling comes over you in this environment. You experience something where you tense up, you become uneasy, you become uncomfortable, you might become nauseous. All of those things are triggers, and what that is it's your body telling you, hey, something happened around this type of experience that you're having right now. Again, those are going to be times when you want to reach out and you want to start letting somebody know, hey, I'm having these experiences, these events have happened, I don't quite understand it, I don't know what's going on, and you can begin to walk through and unfold all of those things. Okay, I am going to start posting. I had a comment that someone wants me to talk about maternity health, mental health, when you're experiencing different things as a new mom or as a mom in general. I am going to deal with that. One of the things I want to mention before I wrap up this video is there are significant times women are significantly higher to experience depression, and so we experience it at various rates because we go through so many different hormonal changes throughout our lives. We experience menses, we experience childbirth, we experience pregnancy, and we experience menopause, and so all of those things make us much more susceptible to experiences of depression and depressive states. I want to throw all that out there. Those are things that I'm definitely going to deal with. In the meantime, my time is wrapping up. So do me a favor and send me comments. Let me know what you want to hear, what's helpful for you, what isn't helpful for you. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for being patient, and I'll talk with you next time.